Hello, I am Mariano Gutierrez Alarcón and welcome to the 12th Man Academy, the show that asks the questions we believe the fans want to know about football. Joining me for this series is well-known and passionate manager Gus Poyet and our voice of the fans, long-suffering supporter Stephen Brown. Together, we will get inside the pitch and hope to answer your doubts about managing at the top end of the game, while we get the inside track of being a top-level football manager. In each episode, we get a better understanding of the thoughts, the decision-making, and the philosophies of a top-level coach, from picking a club captain to tactics and team identity as we connect the fans to the manager. In this series, we reference to past events as we use examples that were happening in the football world at the time we recorded this podcast. In this episode, Gus explains the importance of a player characteristics.
The characteristics of the player needs to go with the way you want to play football. That's why it's so important when I say to you in October, November, you tell the club, I need this characteristic. I don't need this player. I don't need this name. I don't need this nationality. I need these characteristics.
How much a characteristic in a team can change your philosophy of football as a coach?
Completely.
So do you think that a coach has to adapt to the players, or they can teach the players to adapt to his style?
When you get to a club that there is, let's talk a middle club. Okay? Let's not talk a top club, because the top clubs, they go everything. A middle club, I think there is a 50-50 chance that you need to adapt and the players need to adapt to you, 50-50. Because I start from the goalkeeper. I want a goalkeeper, first, make saves. Second, catch it. Not give every rebound. Third, control the box and come for crosses. And then, if he can play, unbelievable. So if I get to a club that the goalkeeper cannot kick a ball, I'm not going to play from the back. I love playing from the back. I absolutely love. In Brighton, we had, they used to call him play A, B, C, D, E, F. Depending what you do, we were doing it. We were playing from the back all the time. We were killing you. Can you? Because if you're going to give the ball to the goalkeeper and you're going to miss kick it, or he doesn't kick it with the left, or he's going to lose it and you're going to concede, then it's stupid. You are stupid. Well, this is the same. But the main characteristics of the goalkeepers, first, save it. I don't want a football player as a goalkeeper who cannot save a ball. and that you go through the team. So you get to a team. I like to play football. I like to play from the back. And the goalkeeper cannot play too much. And the two center half, they are not comfortable with the ball. I'm not going to force it. Maybe I'm going to wait until the transfer window. And if the club back me up and give me a goalkeeper with better feet or two center half, then we start developing. But I cannot go there and say, no, we play from the back anyway. Normally you lose your job. Okay? Because you're going to play from the back and you're going to lose. It's hard for the coach, because especially when you've done it before. That's why we always talk about Guardiola, which is probably the best, but the best at Barcelona, at Bayern Munich, and at Man City. Not the best at Elche, Lorient in France, and Aberdeen. Because the way he plays, and the way he understands the game, and the quality of the technically that he needs is top.
I remember that we talk about adjusting the systems or the styles according with the players you have. For example, Klopp or Guardiola or Conte have the power to choose the players that suit their style, or there are managers that are better adapting to the style that the players could propose them?
No, these managers, they have to have the players, Mariano, you said it, to play the way they want to play, not the other way around. Normally, the teams that they don't have the possibility of buying certain characteristics of players is the one that they search for managers that they adapt to what you have.
And they don't win.
Got a way of,
and they normally don't win.
Difficult. Yeah. It's difficult. But listen, the problem is that's the nice part of football. I can have an idea and I can go and put it in there. And if it works, I'm good. And if it doesn't work, I'm rubbish. And you can have a totally different idea in the same team, totally different. And your one maybe doesn't work or work the other way around, because that's the connection that you have to have with the player. When you stay like Conte, and I say this the day he got the job, not now. If you want Conte to stay more than 1 year, you must give him characteristics of players. Perisic is one player. He knows the player. He knows what he's going to give him. is a perfect example of someone who is looking for a profile. Now, that is going to alternate with the other wing fullback that has been excellent. Sessegnon has been excellent. Perfect. But that doesn't mean that he didn't want that characteristic. And there is certain games that is going to be more important than Sessegnon. And there is certain games that Sessegnon is more important. And like that, you go through. The first two, Uruguayan, Dancourt, and the winger. He knew it. Kulusevski, yeah. He knew it, okay? He knew what he was bringing. And then the ability of convince someone to come just in case something happened to Harry Kane. That was one of the biggest debates in Spurs for the last 10 years. Nobody wants you to come. You know, they ask you, Spurs, I'm a number 9. Well, you won't play because it's Harry Kane. And we play 4-3-3. And there were many, they came, and somehow they don't want, they want to play. Now, good convincement, okay, he can play wide. Richardson, no, he can play wide, but he got the option of managing that front three in a different way. And that convincement, that's when the coach called the player, talked to the player and said, and why are you here for this, and this? And you go, oh, I like that. I know maybe I don't play as much as I play in Everton, but I like that proposal. Now I want to win, I know. And that feeling is the best for a player to make a decision to move. There is no other. But I want you to go back to the idea. There is 100,000 different ideas to win football games. It's a you know, you as a coach, you got an idea, you know how you want your team to play. And after deciding how you want your team to play, you pick the system. Not before, not the way around. There is no coach in the world who said, this year I'm going to play 3-3-1-3. And then he said, okay, what do you have? Oh, no, I can't play that system. No. They got an idea, and depending on the idea, they decide this. And with that system, then there is certain ones they adapt to the play, there's certain ones they say, no, him out, he's in to set up the way.
Tuchel admitted that we play 15 minutes and then, I don't know, the players didn't do anything that we trained. That's what he said. Okay, something similar.
He said that that's something also is the old-fashioned is gone. I'm a little bit old-fashioned. Nowadays, everybody says how he feels, you know. It looks to me that when they play the way that he wanted, it was good. And when they didn't play what he wanted, they were bad. So he was right, and the players were wrong. Okay.
Exposing the players in a way.
It sounds to me clear, no? He said, what we done in the first 20 minutes, what we planned, we weren't top. And after that, we didn't do what we planned, we were bad. Perfect. So you plan well, and the players, they did it only for 20 minutes, and the rest, they were bad, the players. They didn't do what you wanted them to do. Fair enough. It's clear. So the responsible are the players.
Is that player mentality? Because you or is it the fact they're missing Conte and missing?
No, I think the problem with this Chelsea team is that there is too many gaps in certain positions. When Tuchel arrived, he found a team that was slowly getting better under Lampard, but they were not good enough. He put out a new system. It worked very well. The players, they love it, and they went on to win the Champions League. So when they started the following year, after winning the Champions League with Lukaku, everybody thought, wow, they go for the league. But they couldn't. And it was too many things, up and downs, problems, discussions, and he finished everything with the Abramovich situation, which it was at the end a bad season for Chelsea. So this one was, everybody was excited. Okay, new owner, let's see what we do. But I'm making an example very, very, very simple that I talk, and I think it's important for us as well. For you, is tomorrow the national team of England, Stephen, play 5. Who is your wing fullback? Right wing back.
I was actually thinking about this earlier, actually, funny enough. And it would be, I would probably go for Trent.
Trent, 1. Who is the second one? You can pick.
James.
I tell you the name. You can play Rhys James or you can play Walker. One of the 3. Are you going to tell me that one of the top 3 possible started in the World Cup as a right wing back for England needs to play centre half for Chelsea?
No.
So against the Spurs, probably it was to mark Son coming inside. Interesting. That's my analysis. You know, Chelsea start of the season, your best right wing back, he doesn't play right wing back. So there is a problem that only Tuchel and the club knows, and we don't know. But it's a message. You know, you want to play 3 centre half. The best Chelsea in the Champions League 2 years ago, it was always Thiago with the Rudiger, and here Christensen or Spilicueta, but it was not Rhys James. It was not even that Rhys James. It was a Spilicueta playing right wing back. So there was something that was still missing at Chelsea, and we are in August, and they need to sort it out. because I don't want, as a football fan, to see Chris James to play centre half. I don't. I want him in the right, getting diagonal, crossing, finishing, where you want Alexander Arnold. You don't want him right back, Alexander Arnold. You want it up in there. What the same. And that's a situation that, for a team like Chelsea, is scary. And they signed a left back, did very well at Brighton, Cucurella. And inside the squad of Chelsea, it was still Marcos Alonso, Chilwell, and Emerson. It was that needed at centre half, left wing back. At the end, you know what is the consequence? Leeds 3, Chelsea 0. And people doesn't think about all this. They only think about the game, the 20 minutes. No. There is so many things behind that when you put him in there, it's not like he's going to go like that and it's going to work. You know, no Kante.
I may sound
no Kovacic.
I may sound a bit annoyed, but why they did play so well against Spurs?
But it's a special game, and this is the most important.
Thank you for listening to our podcast on the importance of a player characteristics at the 12 Man Academy. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the series, leave a winning review or a 5-star rating on the platform you're listening on. And do not forget to check our website at www.12asintheword-man-academy.com and let us know what would you like to know. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please email us to sponsors@the12manacademy.com. See you next time at the 12 Man Academy.